Okay, so Stephen A. Smith went on ESPN. I believe this was yesterday, a couple of days ago, maybe last week. I don't know. But he made the comment about Lonzo Ball. And Stephen A. Smith made the comment that he had a source, an inside source, that was telling him, man, Lonzo Ball, I don't know if he's ever going to be the same again. I mean, it's hard for him to sit up. I mean, get up from a chair. I mean, from a sitting position. Now, Lonzo Ball could have easily, just shot a tweet saying that you're wrong, you're lying, raise hell and carnage and all that. I felt like Lonzo Ball's response was professional. He responded to an adult like an adult. Did not troll. It was a slight bit of trolling, but did not heavily troll. Did not disrespect Stephen A. Smith. But he just had a small video clip talking to Stephen A. Smith, getting up and out of the chair, sitting right back down with one leg. And he basically replied, Stephen A., who are your sources? I mean, I don't know who's telling you this, but I love you, man. But basically saying, Stephen A. Smith, your source is wrong. Now, Stephen A. Smith, instead of just being classy, instead of saying, okay, I'm older than Lonzo Ball, I'm not going to, I'm just going to say I'm wrong or the source is wrong, whatever. Stephen A. Smith went back on First Take, talked about what he said briefly, and started listing this man's career stats, his injuries, this, that, and the third. I mean, just talking all around, inside out, but not addressing what you actually said when you said you had, man, I got an inside source, man. I mean, they're saying that Lonzo Ball, it's hard for him to get up. I mean, I don't think he's going to ever come back. When you say stuff like that, Stephen A. Smith, you're jeopardizing this man's career. Because guess what? Other people are listening to what you're saying. And people take what you say very seriously. The media, as social media, as well as in the National Basketball Association. Some GM that may be interested in, trading for Lonzo Ball will be a little bit skeptical. I mean, you can hurt this man's trade value. You can hurt this man's money if this man did not respond the way he responded. So Stephen A. Smith, he's just basically talking around the subject. And, look, every content provider on social media, particularly YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever, we always say that I have inside knowledge and I have an inside source that's telling me X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, this, that, and the third. Everybody has done it. Hey, hell, I have done it as well. Some of it is legit, but 9 times out of 10, it's BS. It's just BS. It's just a PowerPoint that you put in your video to, gain awareness, and just the listening audience is, saying, okay, well, he must be credible because he has inside sources. I mean, there's one guy, I'm not even going to say his name, because every time you mention this guy's name, he does a 6-hour video. And he was totally wrong about, I'm not even going to talk about the subject matter, because if I tell you the subject matter, you're going to know who exactly I'm talking about. Was totally wrong. Did a 3-hour live stream on some malarkey, some BS sprinkled with inside source. And then when he got called to the carpet to it, he basically, just talked all around the subject and, basically saying he was right, but the inside source gave him wrong information. I mean, how you figure, right? So if there's any kids that's watching this, I want you to just, mute the next 10 seconds. And I do apologize. But to Stephen A. Smith and to everybody out there that can't admit that they're wrong about information that they publish or create on social media, I simply have to say this, okay? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Just shut up! If you're not going to make a video saying that you got the information wrong, I apologize, hey, my bad. If you're not going to fall on the sword, okay? If you're not going to fall on the sword on a comment you made or a post you made on social media or a video or whatever, if you're not going to fall on it and just put the blame square dead to you, then this is not the place for you. Stephen A. Smith should know that. So Stephen A. Smith, I like Stephen A. Smith. Don't get it twisted and confused. I like Stephen A. Smith. Now, I know a lot of people say that Stephen A. Smith buck dance. I know a lot of people says that Stephen A. Smith is a clown. And I'm not even going to say the other C word. But, I like Stephen A. Smith. I like what he says. He's very informative, very entertaining. I like Shannon Sharp. But guess what? I like Skip Bayless. I like Colin Cowherd. There's a lot of people I like in sports media. I like their content. But it just tells me a lot about you when you can't even make a video and say that you were wrong about something that you just spewed days ago. It tells me a lot about your character. And it tells me, hey, if you're not going to admit that you was wrong, or if you're not going to admit that this was a bold-faced lie, well, what else you're not admitting? It just put the cause of doubt in the back of your mind. Stephen A. Smith, people expect a lot out of you. And you wonder why you have so many people out there that's against Stephen A. Smith. And you don't help your credibility none by, just saying, look, I was wrong. Whoever told me that, I was wrong. I should have never said this on television. I should have double checked. I should have gotten another source. I should have just hold on to it. Whatever. But this tells me a lot about Stephen A. Smith's character. That if he's going to ride and die on this lie and ride and die on this hill and not admit that he was wrong, then what else he's willing to do? Because he's definitely unwilling. Then you have to really check out his credibility. You really have to check out these quote unquote sources, and then you have to really check out what he has been spewing for his whole entire career. All that stuff is pulled to the carpet. So Stephen A. Smith, shame, shame, shame on you. And you talked about this man's whole career. You talked about his injury career, his injuries since he's been in the NBA, but never addressed what you said. Never once addressed what you said. And that's shameful. That is very, very shameful. I expected more from Stephen A. Smith. I put Stephen A. Smith up there for someone who's credible, who does his work, who does his research. With this this right here, I really have to. Next time Stephen A. Smith comes with inside sources or he comes with some breaking news, I'm going to have to, double check that and, just wait until see if whatever he's saying is true. But man, this is like Skip Bayless level. This is Skip Bayless level, where Skip Bayless will just throw something out there, throw something on the wall, hoping for it to stick. I mean, this does not look good for Stephen A. Smith. This does not look good for ESPN. This does not look good for media in general. And this just goes to the players that they've been saying this for like a decade plus, that man, the media is a monster, it's a beast, and they will say anything to put eyeballs on them because they think that they're the bigger star. Not the athlete, not the superstar, not the team. They think they're bigger than the league, than sports entertainment. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys when I see you. Deuces.